Ear. What up, guys? I need to check if the mic is working because the last time I went live, nothing was working. And I was like, bruh, shit only happens to me. But yeah, happy Tuesday. Okay, definitely the sound is on. And so yesterday I was actually watching the No Jumper show and I wanted to put my 2 cents into this. So I'm watching the show and I noticed like Adam put everything into member mode, which that's very smart. I feel like everybody needs to start doing that. If you have a channel that's very popular and people actually like fuck with you, I would definitely make it members only. Like not every video, but certain videos for sure. But I feel like No Jumper is definitely in a position where they could make it just from now on members only. This is why I feel like that was a really good idea. So first of all, the chat is very important when it comes to watching a show. A lot of times I feel like people don't even look at the content. They're more focused on what the comments are saying. That's like that in skits, in Instagram, in YouTube, in TikTok. Tell me most of the time, sometimes like the comments be funnier than the actual video. So you spend all your time in the comments, you're not even paying attention to what they're saying. The reason I think what they did was very smart is because it forced you to focus on the content. So when you first start watching the No Jumper show, it's like one or two people that signed up and they just kept talking. So I thought about it. I'm like, should I just become a member real quick and leave a comment? Because no matter what, I don't even have to buy a super chat. Anything I say is going viral right now. So if I really want to start some shit, now's the time. But I'm like, no, I'm definitely going to become a member. I don't mind paying $5 a month. I think there's nothing wrong with charging people $5 a month for your content because you're only getting paid from the views, but a lot of times things get demonetized for no reason or it takes a long time to monetize them. So, yeah, if you have a popular channel, definitely put it on members only. If not, you should have a Patreon. There should be a website, that has paid only content. So I think if you have a name and a online presence, everybody should be doing that. So I really love that they did it because it did force me to focus on the content because there was no comments to really focus on. But normally the comments are just people talking shit, people saying crazy stuff for no reason. It's entertaining, but it does take away from the content. So, they're doing it. I seen that Vlad was doing it, but Vlad's been doing it to where he has a lot of members only content, and it makes you wanna subscribe because he'll have like a 2-3 hour interview with a mobster that you never seen before, and you're like, ooh, I want to hear this. So, did they divorce yet? Who? Anyway, so then I just seen Adam doing a video. No Jumper. And the video is called No Jumper is Going Broke.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well
Fucking
on
sleepy.
Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and
Can I just say real quick, if it was up to me, do I want to bring the pandemic back one more time for like 2-3 years? Yes, please. Like if you want to do a monkeypox or a pigeon pox, whatever pox, I don't care. Bring it back, bro. If you want to have a COVID part 2, like this time, hopefully I don't catch COVID, but bro, please bring back the pandemic for at least 2 years. Oh my God, because listen, for somebody who's a homebody, I really rather stay home and work. Not having the pandemic, it does mess with the numbers. He's right.
Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting six figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up and coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no...
I've been wondering who took the account down because I have a feeling who did it, and I feel like it's an ex-host that did it, but I don't have any proof. This is the same person who I feel like had my Instagram taken down one time. At this point, you can't take my shit down. Like, you would have to hit up somebody that works at Facebook, and they're gonna lose their job if they take my account down. But I'm very surprised that happened. I'm surprised that their account wasn't whitelisted, but you have to pay for that. It's $10,000 to get it whitelisted, and it could get taken off still, and you have to repay for it again. It's crazy, but it's true. So when they had their account taken down, I could only imagine like what it's for. Either it was the guy that unlocked, or I feel like it was Sharp, because I feel like he had my shit taken down when, but I feel like that was a tactic. Because who else really is, a lot of people hate No Jumper. A lot of people are enemies with them, but who's really like an asshole enough to take an Instagram page down? I don't get it. Yeah.
Getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet.
I mean, bro, if it took 12 people to get my page back, I could only imagine but they don't do nothing wrong. Like, if they've never had a strike, my page has had about 300 strikes. Like, the first year of me having it, I have both my pages taken down 30 times in a row. Literally. Every other day it was getting taken down. I would get it back. You have to pay. But before I wasn't paying at first. Then they made it harder to get your shit back. At this point, they make it almost impossible unless you pay. And nobody wants to pay. It's like, to me, the way I look at it is it's a tax write-off. And if my page is making me money, it makes no sense for me to lose my account, because the money I'm going to spend to make a new account, and you're thinking like, well, how much does it take to grow an account? Well, just my time alone, that's, 4 or 5 years of just growing an account from zero. You have to travel. Any money I made, I put it back into the business. Like, let's say you make $100, spend that on a tripod. Let's say you make another 200, spend that on lights. Like, everything should be to help your content get better. But let's keep going. Oh, and I didn't know they spent $4 million on the warehouse, but damn, that's crazy. But they do film Plug Talk in it also. There's the newsroom. There's the hallway, I guess, is just for storage. The front, I guess, is just, I don't know. I could only imagine, because the numbers they're doing, like, if Adam was just by himself on camera doing those numbers with like a few employees, that would make sense. That would be very profitable. But they have a lot of people that work there, and it's crazy that they're admitting that they're not making money. The thing is, the name alone is like, I feel like even if they're not making as much money now, I feel like No Jumper's coming back. I don't know why, but the numbers have been going up, and I feel like if they have like a couple of new hosts, just some new faces, it would add something to the platform, because, like, certain people, just keeping them around, it's not helping the platform, and like, look at Almighty. Like, bro, he can't even clap without all his jewelry breaking. Like, it's not a good look having somebody like that on your platform. And the only one that was really doing numbers is gone now, but his aura is gone. So it's like he's not gonna do numbers nowhere anyway. But
Bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested, we aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now. Side note, if you're a Meta rep, please DM me. I would love to speak to anyone who could help with this. And second, in addition to that, we have been hit with a bullshit lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many.
that's actually crazy. It's one thing, to come on a platform. There have been times where I worked somewhere and things didn't end well. And well, my reasoning has always been because, like, bro, if I work at a company and somebody wants to give me an ultimatum, like if I don't sleep with them, like I don't got to work there no more, then I'm out. I'm not doing that. But I'm not even suing that company, So it's crazy to me that a man, like, you come on No Jumper, you're supposed to use the platform. And then if you want to go do your own thing, like at least be grateful, even if you parted ways but I don't know. I feel like people really thought that No Jumper was making, I don't know how much a year, but I don't know what's making people think that. I guess all the hosts are acting like they're rich, but they're all broke. So it's like, bro, any business is going to have its up and downs. That's why I always say people really got to give Adam more respect because, to be the boss, it's like there's times where the business is making no money, people still got to get paid, and it's a lot of stress. I know because I'm in a position where I've had a lot of people depend on me, and it's like whether I'm making the money I'm making or not, it's like they still need help. I still got to make sure they're good because that's what I promised. So it's like I could only imagine what Adam's going through, like trying to keep his business afloat. Because if you have a top 3 hip hop podcast, you don't want to let that go. You got to kind of, go through the storm and ride the wave until you're back up. And I feel like they're in a place where they're going to be bigger than ever. They just got to get rid of certain people because those people are not adding nothing.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion. It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin air and cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper. His streaming career has completely tanked, and he even got kicked off the podcast that he left No Jumper to start. But somehow, that's our reality, and we have to fight this rather than just give in to this piece of shit. So as a result of all these circumstances, we are making some changes. Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose, and we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space.
That's crazy. Okay, so I've been to every No Jumper building. The first one is my first interview. That was like 6 years ago now, or 5. That was on Melrose. That was my favorite location because it was like, my favorite time at No Jumper. It was like when he was interviewing like XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD and the Smoke Purples and all those people. Like, but then after the shit happened where it was around that time where the guy like came in there and tried to like rob them and pointed a gun to his head. I understand why they wouldn't want to be there no more. But I felt like that gave people an incentive to go to the store, and it was exciting. Like, and then if you're in the store, you could literally watch the episode as they're filming it live. So it was such an experience. Like, I can't even tell y'all how fun it was my first time going there because I'm thinking, like, Adam hits me up, tells me, you mad funny, let me know when you're in LA. I'm like, oh, I'll be there next week. I'm thinking he just wanted to do a skit maybe, but I didn't expect to get interviewed. So when he did give me the interview, it was like, bro, that shit really gave me like what I needed at that time mentally to be like, yo, fuck everybody. Cause a lot of shit happened around that time and it gave me the push I needed to like keep going. And, after that, I came with Francia, which is at Francetti, one of my best friends. She lives in Florida. beautiful girl, Colombian. And I took her to No Jumper. So that was the other building. I guess that was around the time where AD was there. And I didn't meet like a lot of people still. From there they had, is it this location? I know they had like a few. This location is huge. They have mad like rooms, like all the way at the end they film Plug Talk. And then in the first one, like they film different shows, but it is a big space. I didn't know how much they spent on it, but damn. That's crazy.
Be honest, aside from the layoffs, which sucked, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business. Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, shit, I'm not $2 million in debt, and I've never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Row. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense. It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years, and it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret. So I know what you're thinking. What can you do to help? Well, I do have some ideas, which I'll sort into 3 categories here: free, cheap, and generous. Free. Obviously, I'm infinitely thankful to anyone who watches our content at all, follows us on the @NoJumperLA Instagram, and in particular, those of you who drop likes and comments on our videos and Instagram posts. In the long run, that stuff is super helpful. Cheap. We are really trying to get serious about embracing.
Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe. Anytime you're watching anyone's channel, I be doing this a lot with my friends. There's times where I literally will just put my friends' content on and just leave it. Like, just because I don't watch TV, so I have YouTube on 24/7 for like just background noise, because my apartment be super quiet sometimes. So you want to have something, either music playing or you want to have somebody speaking. So I usually just leave like one of my friends' YouTube videos on. I press like, I try to comment, things like that don't cost you nothing. And as a viewer, I think you should be doing that, especially if your friends are doing it.
Members here on YouTube. For $5 a month, we've got a ton of awesome benefits, including being able to watch all of our interviews free of censorship and bleeped words before they're released to the public. Members only chat for all of our live stream content, and we're just going to be prioritizing a lot of our most requested content and trying to do that live for members only. So for any of you who are down to spend $5 a month to help support the business, we're just going to try to keep adding more and more stuff to make that an easy decision for you guys who are down to support. And for those of you who have more money to spend, we're introducing a mega premium $100 tier to our memberships that will get your name added to the end of all our videos, and it will also get you consistent advice and opinions on your music submissions with 1 free submission per month and discounted additional songs. Basically, we're just trying to do as much as possible for anybody who's down to join this tier. So we're going to hype you up on our live streams and try to really give you actual professional advice about what we think that you should do with your career and everything like that. And, we're going to try to add even more value for that $100 tier.
I don't know. My idea would be start charging people for interviews. Like, instead of, yes, definitely charge people a membership fee. There's no reason why you can't pay $5. Personally, I would charge $20 if I was them, because they don't, sometimes you tell people you don't know how lit you are. I feel like people will pay the $20. It's only $20 a month is not crazy. I'm paying how much for Stars? $20 a month? And when am I ever watching Stars? Never. Only when Power comes on, I guess.
As time goes by. Also, if you own or work for a brand and would like to sponsor the podcast, please reach out to Josh at NoJumper.com. We're also selling collab promotional posts using the No Jumper LA and Adam22.
I'm almost curious how much the posts are, because I know Remo charges $150 for a story and a post. I'm pretty curious how much. I think it's $500, which I'm not gonna lie, that it's worth it to get on a No Jumper. I've seen people go viral from one post. Nobody goes viral by accident anymore. You either have to put the work in, which means every single day, or you got to pay. So I've never had to pay for promo, because I've always just had to work for it, but it's probably easier to just pay. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I guess it's like a pride thing with me, but no, I think it's worth it for sure, especially if you do music. You have to invest money in. Like everybody says, it takes what 100,000 to even promote a song. I think it takes more than that just to promote yourself. So, and it's a tax write-off if you're doing this. So it's not a bad idea. Like, also, my advice would be to become friends with a lot of the Reddit people because they always are pushing some type of narrative, especially on Instagram, and people be following it. You never know who's gonna see it.
Instagram account.
Never know what
Again, if
opportunity
wanna
you
hit
could
up
get from it.
Josh at nojumper.com. He can give you all the information about all that. So yeah, there's my update. I've been kind of thinking about telling you guys about all this stuff for a while. I'm not begging for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just being realistic about owning a media business in this day and age. Everybody knows rap is maybe not in the best place that it could possibly be. Podcasts, definitely not at the place that they were in 2021 or 2022. The economy in general, really kind of experiencing some troubles. And really, as we've put this building on the market, we've kind of realized that as well, is that there's a ton of other businesses that do similar stuff to what we do, and they're all kind of experiencing hardships. So we're definitely not alone in all this. We're just trying to get the business back to where it was at a couple years ago and get it to the point where it's consistently profitable so that we can start just continuing to dump money into hosts and making great content for you guys, everything like that. So if you want to help us out, that would be amazing. Just go to youtube.com/nojumper. The membership option is right there on the homepage, or we'll have a link down in the description. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Smack a like. We're out.
Oh, dish soap is
Damn,
on sale.
homie.
We need it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think everybody needs to be subscribed. There's no reason why you're not. It's only $5 a month. So you could do that. But yeah, it's hard to, look at someone else that's doing the same thing as you and try to say like, oh, let me do it exactly like them. A lot of times you're trying different things to see what works, and it's like I don't think what they did was wrong. I think they grew an amazing company. Certain people just don't need to be there anymore. Like, I think Lush is a great host. He definitely is very knowledgeable in hip hop. But I would like to see him get off drugs again. I'm not even trying to be funny. I just want to see him get better because, a lot of my friends, I have a lot of friends who don't smoke or drink. And to me, they're very strong because it takes a lot to be able to really deal with reality. That's the hardest thing. So, then who else do we have? Freak Brick Baby, I don't want to see him in jail. Let me see, memorable people. I can't even remember who works there anymore. That's crazy. Definitely need a female. I vote for Snooki or Snuggie. Definitely want to see Snuggie there. I feel like she made such a big impact, and she's a baddie. Like, I like her. So definitely Snuggie. Jalise, I don't know. I've checked out her work before, and I just can't take a grown woman with braces seriously. I don't really understand what that's about. And her whole thing is, I guess, arguing with Stunna Girl. And it's like, how you hating on somebody? How you hating on a bad bitch? It's like, you ever notice that bad bitches never hate on anybody? They always get hated on. Like, I've personally seen this too many times. It's like, I've never had a bad bitch hate on me. It's always ugly bitches that always got something to say. That's how I feel like in that situation. Is like, bro, like, focus on yourself. But yeah, let me call real quick before it's too late.
Алло,
Привет, папочка, что делаешь?
привет, доченька. Ну, только что фильм смотрели, сейчас уже спать скоро пойдем.
Про что?
Как у тебя дела?
Нормально, сейчас работаю.
Чего делаешь? Интервью?
Нет, я попозже должна сделать интервью.
А сейчас чего делаешь? Скид?
Нет, сейчас я буду снимать лайв, потом я буду с Джозеф что-то должна сделать.
А лайв с кем?
Это одна.
Одна.
Да,
Ну, понятно. Ну, работай, молодец.
буду.
Так, все нормально?
Да, все нормально. Все то же самое.
Как
Ничего
себя
нового.
чувствуешь?
Нормально, как ты чувствуешь?
Тоже нормально. Как твой живот?
Нормально. Как у тебя живот?
У меня, у меня хорошо. У
Замечательно.
меня хорошо. Ясно. Нет, я почему тебя спрашиваю про живот? Ну, просто ты сейчас не так уже у тебя, как раньше. Лучше?
Пап, я ем очень аккуратно. Я на диете.
Молодец. Молодец, видишь. Ты все делаешь правильно.
Пытаюсь, я
Очень
все
хорошо.
точно не делаю правильно. Это 100%.
Ну, хоть чего ты делаешь, немножечко делаешь правильно.
Да.
Ну, ясно. Ну, хорошо, работай. Работай.
Что вы делаете сейчас? Вы
Ну,
уже
Оксане
ели?
там... А?
Вы уже ели, я поздно звоню опять.
Мы, конечно, ели, да. Уже
Извините.
время много. Мы уже давно ели. Вот, а так у нас ничего нового. Все потихонечку. Вот. Но надеемся уже, может быть, к Оксанину не приедем к дню рождения, но к твоему приедем.
Понятно,
А вот
значит,
эти
в июне вы
Оксанину.
приезжаете.
Не-не-не, к твоему приедем, к дню рождения
Я не
100%.
верю. Если как вы к ее не приедете, но на мой приедете, как это возможно? Это на той же самой неделе.
Ну, все будет зависеть каждый день. Вот сегодня вроде ей доставали там из нее вот эти вот остатки, которые у нее. Ну,
Понятно.
вроде лучше, сказал врач. Ну, посмотрим. Посмотрим, что там будет.
Понятно.
Вот. Так что потихонечку.
Да.
Такие дела.
Мне так неинтересно, потому что я иду на YouTube, и тут вообще 9 или 10 людей. Если бы это было на Инстаграме, я бы давно бы ушла. А так это надо по чуть-чуть, надо пройти, как будто это, где как будто люди должны найти твою страницу. Они только найдут, если ты каждый день будешь на лайв. Но это невозможно делать каждый день, когда каждый день ты идешь, и там 5 людей или 6 людей, и они все говорят то же самое, как будто, что тут никого нету. Как будто, а что мне делать тогда? Если ты не начнешь, это не пройдешь, это никогда не будет, понимаешь?
Маечка, ты пройдешь. Если ты дошла до 1 400 000, то ты пройдешь.
Да, но это совсем другой ап, это два разных апа. Вот я в то время же YouTube не делала совсем. Если бы я тогда еще делала YouTube,
Ну, ничего.
а я только сейчас начинаю, и никто не понимает, почему. Ну, потому что я никогда это не использую, как будто...
А чего не понимают они? Что значит не понимают?
Нет, просто люди, они в моих комментах говорят, как будто, ой, что тут никого нету. Потому что я только начинаю, и я еле... Вот я раз в неделю, может быть, пойду лайв, а потом неделю или 2 я забываю и что-то еще делаю.
Ну так делай лайв почаще.
Я пытаюсь, но ты понимаешь, что каждый раз я делаю, как будто тут всегда кто-то мне голову мотает.
Ну, пускай тебе мотают. Иди своей дорогой, не обращай ни на кого внимания.
Я пытаюсь ни на кого обращать, но у всех всегда что-то есть сказать.
Ну а чего сказать? Плохое сказать?
Ну, конечно, это же интернет.
Но с юмором относись к этому.
Пытаюсь.
Ты же умеешь реагировать с юмором.
Я пытаюсь.
Ну вот. Конечно, не все сразу делается. Но ты же говорила, что ты там на Ютубе, у тебя там было и 30 000 у кого-то, или это что было? Или это интервью было?
Это интервью было.
А?
На
Это
их
не
канале.
На их канале YouTube?
Да.
Ну, ничего, у тебя тоже будет на канале. А когда не ты же говорил, что там 1000, не больше, когда без тебя, на их канале.
Да.
Ну,
Ну, пройдем, все будет нормально.
пройдешь.
Да.
Если не делать, конечно, не пройдешь. А если будешь делать, обязательно. А ты даешь рекламу, что ты на YouTube? Ну, вообще, я видел,
Но
как
сейчас
ты-
не дала 100%. А так иногда даю, ну, ты понимаешь. Ой, я себе
Ну,
палец
так давай
обжегла.
рекламу. Посмотрите на YouTube на меня, да? Это тоже надо подписываться на YouTube, на твою страницу?
Да.
Или просто смотреть, приходить?
Не просто надо идти смотреть, даже можно не подписываться. Просто никто не хочет смотреть, если там никого нету. Так я могу не настоящих положить, но кто это хочет? Я лучше это не буду делать, чем... Обычно люди кладут like 100 или 200 ненастоящих людей, чтобы это выглядело как будто, ой, все это смотрят, мне надо остаться тут это смотреть. Но это твой канал портит, если ты ненастоящих людей кладешь туда, понимаешь?
Ну, понимаю, но не надо тебе этого
Я
делать,
это не буду никогда делать. Мне лучше, пусть будет там 2 человека, чем 300 ненастоящих. Зачем это
Ну,
нужно?
конечно, 2 человека еще потом придут,
Да.
еще потом придут. А ты свой канал, вот этот YouTube, ты можешь совмещать с чем-то другим, вот там, где ты много собираешь на другом канале? Или так не работает это?
Так не работает.
Ну, понятно. Ясно. Просто делать как бы, чтобы это и тебе шло, и к ним шло.
Мгм.
Так не бывает, да?
Не, ну я все просто надо каждый день это делать. Просто
Ну,
это невозможно,
делай
потому
каждый
что вот у меня сегодня гость должен быть в 5, а он я ему не могу достать.
А кто должен был быть?
Один комедиан.
Он обещал, да, быть?
Ну, я вчера попросила, а потом я в последнюю минуту сказала, давай завтра. Так
Но он, может быть, обиделся?
ну пусть на меня все обидятся, мне какая разница.
Но он же, может быть, думал вчера сделать?
Не, ну
А
я
ты
же ему
ему
сказала,
сказала?
давай уже завтра. И он сказал, окей.
Ну, может быть, он и не появится, чтобы тебе нагадить. Раз ты ему сделала так, он тебе вроде сделал так.
Ну я и еще раз накакаю ему тогда.
Ну, не надо. Ну, так найди еще кого-нибудь.
Найду. Что, их мало?
Ясно. А этот вот композитор, который известный был, с ним ты не хочешь сделать
Папа, кто? Этот урод?
интервью у него взять?
Пап, он урод.
Ну, урод, не урод, но он
Какой он? Я с
известный.
ним не могу даже встретиться, он же ненормальный. Ты не помнишь? Этот кто?
Я
Этот,
помню,
этот
зачем-
Скотт Сторч
зачем с ним
этот?
встречаться? Зачем с ним встречаться-то?
Пап,
Просто
я ему даже
уже-
по телефону не хочу говорить. Он странный.
Ну, странно.
Он маньяк.
Ну, понятно. Вот с маньяком...
Нет,
интересно с ним интервью по
нет.
телефону.
С ним лучше не надо. От таких людей надо бежать.
Ну, понятно. Понятно.
Да, не надо.
Ну, хорошо.
Да.
Ясно. Ну, хорошо.
Ну
доченька.
давай, папочка, давай, я завтра позвоню пораньше.
Ну, давай, целуйте.
Давай,
Спасибо.
целую. Муа.
Пока.
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 Пока. Yo, so tell me how my dad was like, why don't you give the dude a interview? I'm like, who? This guy? I'm like, bro, I'm okay. I'd rather interview myself. So when I first moved to Miami, Scott Storch lives like 7 minutes away from me in Sunny Isles. Okay, so he basically was like hitting me up every day to hang out, but it's like, bro, I don't know you. Like, I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how much money you got. Like, I'm not going to your house. I don't know you. You're a regular person to me. Like, you're not special. Like, you're a regular guy. And, like, you don't have more leverage than any other man. Like, so to tell me, like, oh, come over. Sweetie, I don't know you. What the hell? Like, come over. Like, suck my dick, come over. So he just kept hitting me up. I would just stop responding. He was DMing me, and I wanted to do a skit with him. So I was like trying to get him to do a skit, but I'm like, bro, I'm coming over with a cameraman. I'm not coming there myself. Normally I go everywhere alone, but in this occasion, I was like, okay, I'll come with a cameraman. We'll do an interview, and then I'm leaving. I don't even want to be alone with this person because that's fucking creepy. Like, and then he basically like one time agreed to it. So as I'm getting ready, I'm like, bro, I'm just confirming. I'm coming there to do a skit. He's like, what? What skit? I'm like, sweetie, you just said we're going to do a skit. I'm not coming over to hang out. And especially if you're going to hit me up at 8 in the morning with mad energy. I'm like, who has that much energy at 8 a.m.? Like, yeah, I wake up with energy, but I don't just go calling people like, come over at 8 a.m. Like, no, bro, even if like my homegirl's coming over to film something, Yeah, come at like 3 p.m., not no fuck 8 a.m. What the hell? 8 a.m., that's for your man. Like you should be cooking him breakfast, sucking dick, and giving him a massage, something. Like, that's not like hangout time with friends. What the hell? But whatever. So I basically made it real clear, like, bro, like he tried to pay me. He basically was like, bro, like, it's easier for me to just pay you. And I'm like, oh, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm from a good family. Like, we don't do that. Like, and he was like, he didn't understand the concept of like, just be normal, be a normal guy. Like, bro, but you know, everybody's different. So shit was just weird. Cause I'm like, bro, I expect like some type of like self-respect, you know, like, especially if you have some type of fame, like, bro, you can't fucking, you know, be a gentleman. You can't talk a bitch into fucking you. You have to pay a bitch. Like, in that case, like that's fun for you. But I get it. Like, some people, it's like maybe they get off on that, but that's creepy as hell. Like, what do you get out of that? Like, it's one thing if it's like your man. I mean, your man's doing shit for you. You're supposed to. But a random guy to be on some like transactional shit is creepy as hell to me, especially when you don't need to be. But hey, so my dad's still telling me to give him an interview. I'm like, bro, I don't want to, nothing to do. I don't even want to speak to him over the phone. My dad's like, no, but you don't got to see him in person. Just do the interview over how you're doing it. And I'm like, I don't even want to speak to him in general. That's how nasty he is to me. Like, you don't, like, it's one thing. It's like I always used to say when I was younger, bro, if you want to go find a hoe and get her to do what comes naturally to her, that's one thing. But don't try to find a bitch who don't do that and try to get her to do things that she's not that like what the fuck is that? Ew. And if you're gonna do it, but don't do it to me. Do it to some bitch who's like slow, you know, like someone that like someone that's not gonna catch on. Like, bro, what is this? Fucking weirdo. No, you're gonna be a gentleman or get the fuck out of my face. The end. Oh, and tomorrow I'm supposed to get my hair done, but I'm not trying to do that tomorrow. Cause then I have to go out. Maybe tomorrow or Friday. I don't know, but yeah. Oh damn.
Ever struggled to get
Hey, YouTube family, this just in. It's looking like
destroy all morality in hopes of leading to the rise of broken homes and fewer marriages. Women aren't searching for love anymore. They're
about to be the end of an era. Yeah, I'm not playing now. On April 2nd, the day after April Fool's, so we know Adam 22 is not playing. He done sat up there, you understand me, and came to the internet and let us know exactly what's going on at the No Jumper podcast. And as y'all already know, No Jumper has been a bumpy platform to be on for about 2 years now. And in fact, one of the best eras of No Jumper is when COVID hit. Because when COVID hit, everybody was in the house. He still had T-Rail, he had AD, he had Duno, he had Shard. And not to mention, let me not leave out House Phone, Yuri, Blasey, and of course, sometimes Pot Lord and that boy Smack. Circa 2016, No Jumper was the premier place to hear underground music. No Jumper's platform brought us GBC, Ralphie the Plug, Draco the Ruler. I mean, the list goes on. A lot of LA artists and a lot of SoundCloud artists got their break at the No Jumper platform. But somewhere along the line, the bottom line started to change. No Jumper platform, while it was known for being a premier platform for SoundCloud rappers, it slowly and gradually started to change. Now, the No Jumper show was actually started by House Phone and Cam Girl. Do y'all remember Cam Girl? But it would be that No Jumper show that had changed the trajectory at No Jumper. They had podcasts like The End of the Day, the Shark Tank, of course, the No Jumper Show, and Disconnected. Since then, of course, y'all already know AD, T-Rail, Duno, Smack, all those guys left. They went to Big Muni World. House Phone and Adam fell out because Adam sat up there, you understand me, and let it be known that House Phone be smashing transmissions. And somewhere along the line, Crip Mac would appear. Now, when Crip Mac appeared, this is when No Jumper changed. Yes, Crip Mac, the new personality that hit the scene, was taking the internet by storm. And honestly, this is just what Adam 22 and the No Jumper platform needed. With personalities like Charleston White on the uprise, Crip Mac for sure was pulling in the same type of numbers. But Andrew started to say that Adam only messes with Crips. Now, Adam 22, like I said, he done took to the internet today and let us know, bro, that No Jumper is going broke. So with no further ado, I'm gonna let Adam tell it, that we're gonna come back and talk about it, man, because it's got to be talked about, man.
So,
Yo,
What's good?
I'm sitting here listening to that Kanye shit. This dude is crazy.
I tried to watch it, but I couldn't really watch it because it's like, I don't know. They wasn't really talking about anything at first, and I guess I just got derailed.
Jay-Z and Beyonce and the trucking Jews, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Does he talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids again?
Yeah, he said.
Oh.
No, he didn't really say too much about that. I didn't hear that part. He was just saying shit like this, that they all slaves. Jay-Z's a slave. Jay-Z didn't want to sign him because he didn't like his music. He was too powerful for him, and Dame the one who signed him. You know, just dissing fuck Jay-Z. He was saying shit like that. He was some Jay-Z, he was from Beyonce. He was talking about what's the singing dude named John Legend? He said, fuck John Legend. He's a faggot ass. He's a faggot.
I should have watched it. Now I feel stupid for not watching it. I just couldn't take it seriously. And wait, so question: if it's a black KKK outfit, technically, isn't that like an anti-white? Maybe.
No, he's anti. He's saying fuck niggas.
Oh damn!
He's saying fuck everybody.
What did everybody do to him?
Jews. He's saying fuck Jews, fuck niggas, fuck.
Damn, got it. Just fuck everyone. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so I'm on Remo's page. Let's see, today's news. Donald Trump reveals Elon Musk could be stepping down from the presidential administration. Well, that's kind of close because it's like just a week ago, didn't he just buy like a Tesla truck for his granddaughter?
Mm-hmm. And dude just sold the X for 30-something billion to itself.
Oh shit. Okay, then Future speaks out about Young Scooter's passing. So Young Scooter's death, we could talk about that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Amazon is trying to buy TikTok, so the whole TikTok thing is still going on. So literally, I'm just. Do I send you these or do I just say it while we're live?
Oh no. I process information already. I know we're gonna talk about
You bring up the Kanye shit though, cause you watched that.
Young Scooter.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go from KKK to Young Scooter.
Kanye. No, we're not KKK.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just calling him that to you. You know
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that up there.
Oh, and then the woman who made the call that got him killed.
Oh yeah.
We could talk about that.
Yeah, did you listen to that?
No, I didn't. We could listen to it on live.
Yeah, we can do that too. She made a false police report. That's what she did. She lied and said it was gunshots, dudes ran in her house, and but she was acting like she was witnessing it, but like it wasn't her, but like she was witnessing it, right? Oh, they coming in here now. Oh, I see it. They got the girl. They stripped her up naked, snatched her outside. Like basically like some sexual shit, like some sex slave pimp shit. Right?
Why did she do that again?
They don't say why. They just, I guess what him and her probably was beefing. And she, you know, how some people call the cops on you. She lied on that nigga. He jumped over.
Damn,
the
do
fence.
anything but call the cops on me. Like, you can't just fight me?
And she act like she was calling from a third party. Like it was
Oh,
somebody
like she's
else,
a,
a
like,
witness.
hello, I see people are, like, endangering the
Yeah.
neighborhood. Oh, got it.
Yeah. So they said, how many gunshots you heard? She said about 2 or 3, but no gunshots was ever shot. I don't even know why he ran. It was
I don't know. If the police is chasing you, you're not going to run?
I'm saying,
You don't know how aggressive they came in there.
Not if I'm somebody and I ain't doing nothing, right?
Yeah, true. Because if you run, you look guilty automatically. But then again, if the police is coming at me very aggressively, I'm running just because I'm like, whoa, wait.
Yeah, I might run too. I ain't gonna lie.
Because it's like, you know, they like to do that thing where it's like, stop resisting, and you're not resisting.
But he's somebody that everybody know in Atlanta. So once he go to jail, he gonna get right out.
I mean, if people know me, then I'm assuming the police knows me too. So if the police is coming at me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm running. I would have ran also.
Yeah, well, a lot of them dudes don't really be having no money. They still be in the street doing shit. You know what
He's
I'm saying?
selling drugs still, so he have money.
Yeah, pimping and shit, all types of
Fuck
wild
it.
shit.
Do what you got to do.
So, yeah, hey, for sure. So we gonna talk about, all right, so that one dude is crazy with them 60 face. If we get him up there, you gotta make him say he a snitch. He has to talk about being a bitch ass snitch.
Bro, every time I hit him back, he like disappears, and then the next day he'll hit. It's like he wants to get interviewed early in the morning or something.
I don't know what's wrong with this nigga, man.
I'm like, was he on drugs when he asked for the interview? But no, because it's not like he was hacked. This is 3 days in a row he was calling and nonstop trying to text us.
No, he was high. He told me he was high. He said he was high on crystal.
Every day you're high on crystal?
Yeah, you know how that shit going.
I don't know. I don't do it.
You know what I'm saying? That shit had you up for 3 days. Like, crystal meth, that shit had you up. Like, when you hit that shit, like, say a nigga hit that shit right now, he's gonna be up for 3 days straight. Yeah. They hallucinating and bugging out and shit. So that's what he was doing. He was hallucinating and bugging out. That's why he was saying all that crazy shit. He don't really want to say all that for real. That's why he said, "You gotta catch me now while I'm high."
Well, I listen. I should have, but I don't know. Like,
no, he's nobody of importance. I'm just saying.
No, he's not. But everybody knows that he's the guy that put a Fanta bottle in his ass, and then licked and then sucked it like it was a dick out of his ass.
He looked like he'd do that shit though.
Yo, a lot of people look like they would do that. A lot of these dudes.
He really looks like it though.
Yeah, he do.
He really looks. So okay, so we're gonna talk about we're gonna Kanye West. Then we're gonna go to the phone call with Scooter, and who was the third one? It was something else.
Well, we're definitely gonna bring this dude up because Ash Bash just literally reposted it in her story and said, "I can't believe this." Like,
can't believe what?
She's the one that did it. Ash Bash, she's a blood. I guess she used to fuck with Munchie B. She went on No Jumper and said that she pegged a famous LA rapper. So everybody thought she was talking about YG, but apparently she's talking about this dude.
Oh, she hacked him?
That's what she said on No Jumper, that she pegged somebody. She didn't say who. And then this dude in the DM wrote that Ash Bash pegged him. So now I'm looking at the Prison Talk page, and she definitely was, she posted in her story and wrote, "I know he lying." Like, I know you lying. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real?
Look, I'm looking at it right now. Here, Ash Bash the rapper.
I know who she is too. I seen her up there with Munchie B.
Yeah, so I'm looking at her story. Yeah, so she wrote, "I know this guy lying." What the fuck? Wait, so now I want to know, like, oh, did you peg him? I'm about to DM her. Did you? Eyes.
Peg me.
Huh?
Peg me.
Pegged? You don't know what pegging means? Okay, so you take a man, you take his ass, you take a dildo, and you go.
What, dudes that people...
You fuck him. That's what it means. To peg a man means I take your ass. Like, I take your ass.
Niggas let broads do that to them?
What? What do you mean? All the time. I've done it one time. I've only had one person let me do that.
I'm from Brooklyn, the 90s. Like in the 90s, we called people faggots back then. Now it's like a rainbow world.
No, nowadays this is normal.
No, I'm trying to tell you. Look at this nigga, Ali. This nigga be texting me every fucking day.
Who?
I don't even respond to this nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah,
The
who?
dude, not the Zopound nigga.
Oh,
just text me.
oh, I gotta get that interview actually. All right, so let me know how long do you need to like.
I could be ready in about 5-10 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna just change probably and let's go. Send me the link in 5 minutes then.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Okay, so I still need to edit the Ali Zoe interview. I've completely forgot about that. So for now, I think he's interviewing the Big Dugar. I have the clips from that. I still need to get clips from the C-Star interview. I think we have 2 clips. I need to get more. But then again, we just did another live, so I maybe want to get that edited. What else? Oh, okay. Let me know if I could interview the girls today, the ones that was twerking. Would they want to do an interview today? I was supposed to do that yesterday and I literally just forgot. Wait, let me respond back to them actually. Oh wait, I'm supposed to hit up Mano back. Trying to think, did he make the group on Instagram or just through text? And I'm trying to hit back the group now that you made with me and the girls, but I can't even find it. Was that on Instagram or? Okay, then Kevin just hit me up. Adam22 says no jumper is broke. So I'm supposed to interview Mano. I'm trying to do it today. I think tomorrow will probably be better just because he's like running around and shit. So I don't like doing that. So anytime I interview somebody and they're in the middle of like running around, I don't like that. Like if you're going to do the interview from your car, it looks less professional and it's like we can barely hear you. So I'd rather you just be at home, focused and have a good conversation. Make sure there's no sound in the back. Nobody's yelling. You're not outside. I hate that I'm one of those people, I'm a quick texter because if I forget to text you back right away, I'm probably never going to text you back. Because look, I can't even find like the group chat. So... Okay, good shit. So 4Extras is home. Personally, I feel like no jumper is good. Like they need to just get rid of Almighty. Lush, hopefully maybe he goes to get some help. But I feel like they just need to focus on the 40s at this point. Like have 4Extras, start doing lives with like the guys in jail, you know, the B Brazy, the J Hood, the C Star. focus on doing content with people that have their own shit going on instead of, because Adam needs to realize, like, bro, you're gonna keep helping people and they're gonna not keep appreciating you. And instead, why don't you just, fuck with people that got their own channels, they got their own shit going on. If somebody comes on your platform and then they don't use it to their advantage and they don't do anything with it, why even have them on No Jumper? That's how I look at it. So definitely just, focus on the 40s. At least they know what not to say, so they're not going to get indicted. And if you're going to put people in a position to win, put people that actually deserve it and put people with personalities and people that actually, are going to do something with it. Some people, it's like, no matter what you do for them, they're never going to be grateful. They come back, they try to sue you. Like, bro, instead of a thank you, nah, bro. I'm going to say, like, some people, I don't know what his name is. Vitaly or no, what's his name? The guy that used to work at No Jumper, the Russian one. Some people really just make Russians look bad. I'm going to say that. Because Russians, we don't even move like that. Like,
at this point of your career, can you...
I put my room in my living room, and I put my living room in my room. Why? Because I live alone and I can do that, and I've been living here for a long time, and I just got bored. And another thing, I be reading a lot. I be in meditation a lot.
There's some shit I would do. That's mad funny. Let me just put my bedroom in the living room, my living room. See, the reason I don't like that is because, so when people first walk in, they see my bed. But wait, okay, if I had to make my living room into my bedroom, I'm not gonna lie, I should do that. I'm about to copy you. I barely invite people over as it is, so it would make sense. And then that could be the podcast room, and then this could just be my room with my bed. I could get a bigger bed instead of a king size. I'm gonna get a California king. You know what that is? That's the bigger. No, I need to get the 2 California kings, put them together like it's 2 twin beds, and just fuck a table. I'm gonna just like have a little custom table in the middle of my bed, so I never have to get out of bed. My goal should be wake up, shower, get back into bed. I edit, but that's gonna be a lot of sheets to wash because I need to wash my sheets every other day at least, because that's how. I don't know. Some people could like sleep on the same sheets for 10 years. It's like, bro, relax. Your future doctor is using ChatGPT to pass med school, so you better start eating healthy. Facts.
Yeah, it's on IG. I'm gonna hit you on it. But look, I'm about to go live now.
Okay, so be right back.